What's up, everybody? As we approach the final days of 2011, I thought I would go through my list of top 11 wrestlers of this past year of 2011. Now, this is my opinion, of course, so if you guys disagree or agree, then leave comments or whatever. So, here we go. Number 11 is Mark Henry. Ever since he's got drafted over to SmackDown this past summer, he's been on a tear. They've given him a push of his career. They gave him the world title, the World Heavyweight Championship, and he's been dominant ever since. Now, barring the injury that happened a few weeks, of course, he had to drop to Daniel Bryan, but up until that time, he was great and a true classic monster heel, just destroying everybody. And the only thing was the Big Show feud that ended, with that 5-minute match, but again, that was injury. So he's always been injury prone in his career, so it kind of sucks that this had happened right now. But hopefully, when he comes back healthy, he's been kind of wrestling, but not too much. But if he comes back, hopefully he doesn't drop into like mid-card hell, and maybe get another title run before WrestleMania or after. Who knows? Who knows how long Daniel Bryan's gonna keep the championship. I was gonna put Daniel Bryan at 11, but throughout the year I thought Mark Henry had the better year of the two, even though Daniel Bryan did win the Money in the Bank, but whatever. Number 10, Beth Phoenix. She rejuvenated the Divas division a little bit, winning the Divas Championship, having the feud, and teaming up with Natalya, the Divas of Destruction. So, like I said, this was probably going to be Karma's spot, her destroying everything, and she's probably going to keep the title until WrestleMania. Maybe into a feud with Natalya, Tamina, maybe. I don't know if they're going to ever use her. Layla, when she comes back, I heard she was going to get pushed into the title picture. So, the Eve Tours and the Kelly Kellys, you can only have so many matches with them, throughout the year. So hopefully the Divas get another, hopefully they don't crap on this division like they've been having the past couple of years. So hopefully when Karma comes back and everybody gets back, maybe a return by Lita. I don't know if somebody mentioned that, but I don't think she's ever going to come back on a full-time basis, probably just like a one-time WrestleMania deal. So hopefully something good will happen with the division. So number 10, Beth Phoenix. Number 9 is R-Truth. He was, not doing well as a babyface in the beginning of the year. If anybody remembers, he had that whole Wisconsin-Milwaukee deal when the Packers won the Super Bowl and they were in Milwaukee. Then he was just booed ever since. His character fell flat. It was boring. So what they do, they turn him heel, and the heel worked. He went all crazy like. He got a championship match with John Cena. He got into a feud with John Cena and The Rock, with The Miz. They formed a tag team with The Miz, The Awesome Truth. They had a pretty good run as a tag team. The storyline could have progressed a little further. I thought they kind of cut that short from Hell in a Cell. It kind of was going somewhere maybe with Kevin Nash, but Survivor Series that didn't happen. But he failed the wellness policy. Took a month off. He came back. He's attacking The Miz. So I think he's still a heel. I don't know if he's gonna be heel or face, maybe a crazy face, or just like a in-betweener and just going all crazy like. But he's had a good year, I would say. So R-Truth is number 9. Now number 8 is Cody Rhodes. He's had a good year. WrestleMania match against Rey Mysterio he won. He won the Intercontinental Championship. This past summer he brought back the Classic Championship belt, which that was awesome. He dropped the undashing gimmick. He's top-notch wrestler now, and he's had the belt ever since. I believe he won it back in the summer from Ezekiel Jackson or whatever. And now he's having a feud with Booker T. Big things are gonna happen in 2012 for him. World champion, maybe. Maybe if he wins Money in the Bank. But I don't know. But Cody Rhodes, had a pretty good year. Number 7 is the Long Island IZ Zack Ryder. This guy in the beginning of the year was on the verge of being let go, fired, whatever. So he took it upon himself. He made his YouTube show, The Z True Long Island Story, and he's been building momentum and fans ever since. He's been in the beginning of the Superstars Purgatory all the way now up to the United States Championship. So that show definitely worked for him. He got one of when he was starting the show, he got a big pop at WrestleMania, even though he was only in a skit. And then, you know, the chant for "We Want Ryder" has been going on ever since. He's gotten tons of new merchandise. He's gotten the feud with Dolph Ziggler. And now he's won the United States Championship at TLC. However, when Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and Zack Ryder won the main event, the ratings weren't that great, so Vince McMahon panicked, and he dropped. Now, it seems like Zack Ryder's been demoted now. He went from the main event on Raw to pretty much the first hour, and now it's going to be a love story with Eve Torres. However, it's not that bad, because he can't, you know, main event all the time. He is, you know, United States Champion. It is a mid-card title, so that's fine. I just hope that when he does lose it, he doesn't just fall back into the superstar's purgatory, and that he can continue his, you know, his run as a, you know, viable WWE superstar. Maybe by that time he'll move over to SmackDown on a more permanent basis. He's kind of working both shows, but featuring Raw a little more. So there you go. Number 7, Zack Ryder. Now number 6 is Christian. Christian was one of my favorite wrestlers. He was injured in the beginning of the year, so he wasn't really, you know, involved in Elimination Chamber. He wasn't really involved in WrestleMania other than the manager role for Edge's match. So he kind of got involved when Brodus Clay tried to get involved. So, but ever since Edge retired, he had that wonderful match with Alberto Del Rio in the Extreme Rules ladder match. He finally won the championship. However, he did lose it a few days later to Randy Orton, and they had a good feud, a little one-sided feud, but a good feud nonetheless. And then he kind of dropped down, you know, wrestled, had a feud with Sheamus, kept losing, and then he got injured. And then he's been off TV ever since. So I think he's going to come back February 2012, but he did have a good year. So number 6 was Christian. Now number 5, this man had a great year when you look at it, all the accomplishments, and that is Alberto Del Rio. He wins the Royal Rumble, the 40-man biggest in history. He goes to WrestleMania, one of the headlining main events, but it was actually the very first match. He did lose it, but you know, it was Edge's last match, so he kind of, you know, he has time. He won the Money in the Bank, and he cashed it in at SummerSlam. He won. He lost it a month later, you know, a really crappy title run. He won it back in Hell in a Cell, and he lost it a month later, another really crappy title run. But he did win the championship 2 times, so that is pretty good accomplishments. He's injured now, and he needed surgery, so he's going to be off a little bit, which I think is good for him. I don't know what they were going to do with him now, you know, since he lost the title. He's been kind of falling flat ever since he came to Raw. You know, his promo work is not that great, but his wrestling ability is awesome. So hopefully when he comes back to renewed focus, and, you know, they can do something. Just put him in mid-card for a little bit, and then have him rebuild back up, or do something. The booking's terrible in WWE nowadays, but whatever. Right, number 4, Randy Orton. So he's had a good year. You know, had that feud with CM Punk in the beginning of the year, when CM Punk was still part of Nexus. You know, great match at WrestleMania, great match at Extreme Rules. Then he moves over to SmackDown because of Edge's retirement. He wins the championship, becomes a top face there, and, you know, has a good feud with Christian. Loses it to Mark Henry, which I didn't think that was going to happen ever, but, you know, how many times do the top stars put over other people cleanly, you know, for that matter. So Randy Orton, I don't think when's the last time Cena's done that. Orton's done that. Very few, but he did it this year. So I knew he wasn't going to really put over, I didn't think he was going to put over Wade Barrett that much, but he's had a feud with him too. But now he's injured, 6 months. He's going to miss WrestleMania. That's kind of sucks for him. So we'll see what happens. But he did have a good year. So Randy Orton's number 4. And number 3, this guy's been building up year after year, and that's Dolph Ziggler. You know, Nicky from the Spirit Squad. He's a tremendous wrestler. He's doing great matches all the time. He was the longest U.S. title champion of the year. He's had it for like so many months, that you forget how many. And now he's on the cusp of just becoming like a main event superstar. So he has his title match against CM Punk next Monday, January 2nd, 2012. So we'll see how that goes. It's gonna be a great match, because that's all he does, is have great matches. And his mic work has been, his promo work has been great. over the past couple months too. If anybody's seen him on See Too Long on Story, he does cut some pretty cool promos, pretty good ones. So, and got number 3, Dolph Ziggler. Number 2, The Miz. He's was the longest reigning WWE champion for a couple of years. I think last time was Triple H who held it for that long of a time. It was from November 2010 to May 2011. So he headline made WrestleMania. He beat John Cena, albeit with the help of The Rock. But he beat Randy Orton for a Rumble in the tables match. He had a little feud with Jared the King Lawler. He lost the belt. He kind of dropped down, but he got back when he teamed up with The Miz. Headline Survivor Series. Hopefully he gets back into the title picture 2012. But Miz has been a good wrestler, good heel this whole year. So number 2 is The Miz, and number 1, who other than CM Punk? He's had a great year also. He had a feud with Randy Orton. He was the leader of Nexus, taking over for Wade Barrett. After that, he beat Rey Mysterio, Capital Punishment. He was talking about hinting at politics. The next night, he does that shoot promo that changed the landscape of the year of wrestling for the past couple of years. He made it relevant again. Then he goes on, wins the championship, Money in the Bank, very emotional, high-intensity pay-per-view. He leaves the company, comes back, has another match with Cena with the title of his title, Undisputed Championship, whatever. He took a bump in the road when he lost to Triple H. If they really wanted him to be the face of the WWE, they should have had him win over Triple H and not have that loser and he leaves as COO crap. Because I don't think Triple H liked him. Well, I don't know if personal feelings got involved with that, but every time a new face emerges or a top star is on the cusp of the next level, Triple H is there to bring him down pretty much. When he left the Money in the Bank that next night, Triple H was there. He says he's the leader, the COO of Raw. If anybody remembers Eugene, there's a couple of other instances, but personal feelings aside, then he goes and wins Madison Square Garden the WWE Championship versus Alberto Del Rio in a great match, and now he's a champion till who knows when. Like I said, Vince panicked when he saw the ratings for the main event on that one Raw, so there's been rumblings that they might change the title picture. I hope not. They'll be very stupid and step backwards. The reason why Raw is losing viewers is not because of who's champion but the product itself, and Michael Cole's kind of killing it too. But that's a discussion for another time, and I hope they're smart enough to realize that. So there you go, top 11 wrestlers 2011. 2012, hopefully it's going to be a great year. The WrestleMania, The Rock, John Cena, the January 2nd, 2012 promo. Who's that going to be? Undertaker, Chris Jericho. Brodus Clay is debuting, hopefully, next Monday. If not, he's never ever going to debut. They've been taking Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose on the road for the house shows. Seth Rollins is also known as Tyler Black, the former Ring of Honor champion. He's a tremendous star. Hopefully he'll be on this list next year, along with Dean Ambrose. If anybody's seen their 15-minute Iron Man match in FCW, go see it. It's a great match. Good old school wrestling. So we'll see what 2012, holds in store for us. So there you go. Top 11 wrestlers of 2011. And until then, until the next video, catch you later.